Hello. Today we are reading Tactics by Gregory Koukl. Foreword. When I hosted a national television program called Faith Under Fire, which featured short debates on spiritual topics, I decided to invite best-selling New Age author Deepak Chopra to be a guest. The topic would be the future of faith. To offer a different perspective, I asked my friend Greg Koukl to represent Christianity. The idea was to tape them as they interacted for about 15 minutes via satellite, the typical format for a segment of my show. The plane quickly went out the window. Greg was simply so engaging and so effective in poking holes in Chopra's worldview that I had to keep the cameras running. And time after time, Greg was able to expose the faulty thinking and underlying Chopra's amorphous theology and correct his inaccurate claims about Jesus and the Bible. Before I knew it, we had consumed the entire hour of the show. Chopra, who was accustomed to spouting his opinions unchallenged on television and radio, was left thoroughly defeated and deflated. As soon as the tape was over, I turned to my producer. That, I said, was a textbook example of how to defend Christianity. For the only time in our show's tenure, we decided to devote an entire program to airing one debate. Why was Greg so incredibly successful in the encounter? He wasn't belligerent. He wasn't obnoxious. He didn't raise his voice or launch into a sermon. Instead, he used a kind of tactics that we describe in this book, winsomely using key questions and other techniques to guide the conversation and unveil flawed assumptions and hidden contradiction in the other person's positions. That is what makes this book unique. There are plenty of resources to help Christians understand what they believe and why they believe it, and certainly those are vitally important. But it's equally crucial to know how to engage in a meaningful dialogue with a skeptic or a person from another religious viewpoint. This is the territory this book covers with wit and wisdom, using examples from Greg's own life and insights gleaned from his years of fruitful ministry. I had the privilege of having many of the country's top Christian apologists, or defenders of the faith on my program, and Greg was consistently among the very best. When we needed someone to deal with some of the most difficult challenges facing Christianity for the film based on my book, The Case for Faith, we again called on Greg, and once more he embodied what it means to be a prepared ambassador for Christ. In fact, Greg is so good that Christians might say, well, he is really smart and uniquely gifted, and he has a master's degree in this sort of thing. I could never do what he does. But they can, with a little help. One of Greg's driving passions has been to train ordinary Christians in how they can use easy-to-understand tactics to dissect another person's worldview and to advance the case for Christianity. He has been conducting seminars on the topic for quite a while, and I'm so thankful that he has now distilled his best material into this helpful and valuable volume. We live in a day where militant atheism is on the march. Christianity is coming under attack, not just from the best-selling books, skeptical college professors, and television documentaries, but increasingly from the neighbors and co-workers. It has become a faux pas to claim that only one faith leads to God, and that the New Testament is reliable, or that any tenet of neo-Darwinism might be open to question. Each day, the chances are increasing that you will find yourself in a conversation with someone who dismisses Christianity as a mythology-ridden as a mythology-ridden anachronism. What will you do when they paint you as a into a rhetorical corner and belittle your beliefs? How will you persuasively prevent the reason for the hope that you have? 1 Peter 3:15. How will you seize opportunities to get into potentially life-changing spiritual discussions with people you meet? You've opened the right book. Let Greg be your mentor as you master new approaches to talking with others about Jesus. As Greg likes to say, you don't need to hit home runs. You don't even need to get on base. You're getting up to bat. Engaging others in friendly conversation will do. That means that everyone can embark on this adventure. Take advantage of Greg's lifetime of study and experience by getting equipped now so that God can use you in season and out of season, 2 Timothy 4:2, to be his ambassador in a spiritually confused world. Lee Strobel, author of Case for the Real Jesus. Acknowledgements. I am thankful for the many people who have helped shape both the ideas in the book and the way I explain them to others. My wonderful team at Stand to Reason has challenged me, counseled me, and corrected me over the years, and has had a major influence on the ideas in this book. My radio callers over the years, over the nearly 2 decades, have also helped sharpen my tactical skills. Although the content of the manuscript is mine, I had a great deal of help with the wordsmithing. I'm grateful to Nancy Urich and her wonderful ear for writing, for Amy Hall's thoughtful insights on structure, flow, intellectual clarity, and Susan Osborne's of Christian communicators, who gave the manuscript professional polish. My agent Mark Sweeney smoothed out what is often a bumpy road to a publication. He has also had a great sounding board and cheerleader whenever those talents were required. I am especially grateful for STR's co-founder, the multi-talented, multitasking Melinda Penner, who does everything well. She makes my entire professional life possible and stabilizes a good deal of my personal life as well. Finally, and foremost, my gratitude to my most patient and durable wife, Estes Annie. Her cheerful heart does me good like a medicine, and her patience and gift of mercy are daily sources of grace to me. Many of the ideas in this book first appeared on issues of Solid Ground, Stand to Reason, bi-monthly newsletter available on www.str.org.